Hey there, Magic players. I'm just going to show you probably the coolest game I've ever had playing Magic. So opening hand, I'm on the draw. I decided to keep a one-lander because my hand just looked really great. I'd rather not have Iona, but hopefully I can discard Iona to Jace. Luckily I draw Ghost Quarter. I don't know anything about Magic, but I know I don't like Voice of Resurgence. At this point I'm assuming Silly Pants Abzan Coco does that thing with the spike feet. As it turns out, my opponent's a crazy person. Eldritch Evolutions, sacking Voice of Resurgence into a Siege Rhino. Yeah, so turn 3 Siege Rhino and Elemental Star token. Not a lot of relevant spells, to be honest. So plan here is just leave up Path and Remand, hope nothing bad happens. We're going to path the Rhino here. Opponent goes to Resto. For Man the Restoration Angel, turns into future Michael's problem. Don't have to worry about that. Loot with Jace, what do I get? I got a Supreme Verdict and I pitched Flicker Wisp or something like that. So I believe my plan here was to just Gifts Ungiven on my opponent's end step. As long as he doesn't do anything too crazy, I think he taps out for a Blade Splicer. By out, I mean taps 1/2 of his mana for a Blade Splicer. So that's nothing I really care about because my game plan right now is to just tutor up some cool stuff with Gifts Ungiven and then Supreme Verdict, all his crap away. I just gifted on his end step for Burial Rites and Elish Norn. So flashback on Burial Rites on Iona, naming White. I didn't want Iona to get pathed. Flavor Win, Shield of Emeria, and the Sky Rune. I mean, how much of a shield can you really be, though? It's a ruin. So now, Supreme Verdict's basically off the table at this point because I've invested so much time and effort into getting Iona out. I don't want to lose her. I don't want that Resto coming down and doing instant speed shenanigans that I don't fully understand. So yeah, this is where things start to get really scary. Opponent attacks, I just eat the Blade Splicer token with Iona. Post-combat, post-combat opponent has nothing. So I attack and tap out for good old Sun Titan. By this point, I'm quite confident that I'm going to win the game. Do the old Flicker the Sun Titan combo, get the Flooded Strand back, but lo and behold, my opponent has a Gifts Ungiven of their own. My mind's kind of blown right now. They go for a Grave Titan in Unburial Rites. It is now the most awesome War of the Titans ever. Both M11 Titans, because they're cheapest on card order. Opponent flashes back Unburial Rites, gets their Sun Titan, and a bunch of zombies. And pretty much the coolest board state. So this is where things get kind of insane. Yeah, Eldritch Evolution, a green spell, sacrificing Blade Splicer for Reflector Mage of all things, bounces my Iona back to my hand, so Iona has completed a full circle from hand, graveyard, battlefield to hand again. Now things are getting kind of scary, but I've got that Supreme Verdict in my back pocket. Draw another Supreme Verdict because it's a good card. It's not why I drew it. Statistical likelihood. I mean, it's random. So it's at this point here, I'm starting to realize life total is starting to realize my life total is something that's kind of important in this game. I'm really worried about surviving here. Then this cool play shows up to me. I've got my Emerias. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 planes. I can swing with my Sun Titan, bring back Flooded Strand. I can snap back path my own Flicker Wisp, get planes number 2, and then Ghost Quarter one of my Emerias for planes number 3, and then have an active Emeria on my next upkeep. Go to combat, attack with a Titan, attack with Flicker Wisp, get back the Flooded Strand, jump Sun Titan. I guess I ended up minusing with Jace just to justify the money I spent on him. Also has the added benefit of I actually wanted to save mana just so I'd have 3 mana up to leave up Snapcaster nothing. I guess. There's probably a good reason behind that. I ended up clearing the board. Opponent Thragtusks, I cleverly punted and did not remand. Heads up play, not remanding really great targets for Remand. Fetch up Hollowed Fountain, tapped. Ghost Quarter, my own emeria. Get planes number 7. I have 7 planes and emeria triggers. Bring back the old Sun Titan. Make a 1/1 Thragtusk. Here I just start playing out my creatures. 2/6 Wall of Omen. Get an island, and now I'm ready to cast Iona again. Opponent is playing do something with their mana, it looks like. I basically, at this point, I just flash in a Snapcaster and just decide I'm going to gifts for a bunch of value. You know, I don't really know anything about Magic, but I'm just going to get a bunch of cards, and with active Emerias, there's pretty much no downside except I don't think... Yeah, so I basically just let him dump this into my graveyard. I actually can't get him back. It helps when you read your own cards. But I just get some permanents and some spells. I can flash back the spells anyway. Opponent takes the free dump of Venser, throws a Sun Titan in the graveyard, forces me to use stuff, get back the Titan anyway. Goal here is to bring back Emeria number 2 and really get this victory going. Just start grinding out value. Swing with the old Elishnorn, of course, while forgetting to plus my Jace, so I've got to spend a path on the Thragtusk, which I don't really understand what happened here. Leaves the battlefield, yeah. Goes to resto the Thragtusk. This is the resto that he's casted twice now. That never resolves. Slap the resto back into his hand. Draw another gifts. And Thragtusk makes a token anyway because I'm an idiot. But now it won't threaten my Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, at this point my opponent's basically lost. He's probably hoping to draw something. Yeah. And that's the game. Game 2, I already kind of forgot all the interesting parts. I'm going to go through this one kind of quickly because I'm really lightheaded. I donated blood today and I haven't eaten, so yeah. I just ate like 10 cookies to try and get my blood sugar up. I just feel terrible. Anyway, 2 Jaces kind of sucks. Island and tap lands and ghost quarters are nothing I like to see here. Path, do the Jace loots. Voice of Resurgence just makes my day. What else we got? Yeah, he gets down a mana dork, the hit from Voice. I desphere the Voice. He manages to follow up with a Siege Rhino. Turn 3. That's kind of annoying. Don't like Siege Rhinos. Yeah, he tries to get down another Siege Rhino, but we're not playing that game right now. Path the original, first one. Mana. He gets his Siege Rhino down, but it's a lot cleaner letting him get it down. The Remand really helped a lot because now he's wasting a turn getting down the Siege Rhino on basically an empty board, and I've got all my mana up. Like, it just tidied up the entire situation. Green light to gifts this turn. Like, that Remand probably won me the game. Spoiler alert. Yeah, so he paths. This. I think if I had looted first, I would have been able to flip Jace. Yeah, I should have looted, and then I would have had 4 cards in my grave. Then, I wasn't anticipating a path. Like, I'm not even aware my opponent has cards most of the time. Yeah, I would have had 4 cards. Then I would have been able to gift. No, he would have been pathing in response to the gift no matter what. Let's just assume that was going to happen. I have 4 cards in the graveyard. Jace is tapped from the loot. I go fire off gifts. He paths in response. Okay, yeah, then path will resolve. And then Jace. So yeah, Jace ends up getting exiled in this exchange here. But I loot, get a path, bitch the path because my hand's pretty good and I don't really know what's good to have right now. I wanted to keep all of these things because I could I wanted to be bringing back Jace. Snapcaster would let me get back path and Supreme Verdict. I've just been so frustrated with the old version of this deck. I've just decided for Supreme Verdicts. Main board is how you roll. So this card is just so good. I get back. Oh yeah, so yeah, my gifts fires off, and I just do the just Iona and Unbearable Rights. And yeah, basically you just have a green light to reanimate Iona. So after the last game, also, by the way, if you're wondering, I didn't sideboard anything, as this was such a confusing matchup. Yeah, I chose green because I figured really the worst spell. So the problem is now Iona can get past, and I've just got the one. Shields down most of the time. Yeah, now, so the problem is Iona can get past, but I can eat the Rhino, and he can't. Iona can get past, but I can eat the Rhino. He can't cast Eldritch Evolution. He can't cast Siege Rhino. Mana Dorks, I guess I'm not worried about him casting that, but if there's spells he has as green, he ain't casting them. Um, that's typically how this card works. Opponent's turn. What does he do? He does nothing. Yeah, he leaves up mana. I really wasn't paying attention to what colors he could fetch. I'm gonna slam Titan here. Oh yeah. So yeah, here's a really cool trick. This is the old 5 mana Titan. I wanted to leave up Remand. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I wanted to leave up Remand here. So I had this I just killed with Ghost Quarter. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wanted to leave up Remand. I tapped my Skyrune for mana. Then I shot it with Ghost Quarter. Tapped out for the Sun Titan, with leaving one island up. Yeah, I fetch up a Plains. Then I tap out for the Titan, and then I get back Ghost Quarter with his ETB. That was cool. I made that play up on the spot there. Back up. So I get to slam Titan. I'm really only worried about spells he has are 4 mana or more. It's a casual game when neither of us board is in Graveyard Hate. Okay, get in with Iona. Yeah, he taps out for Gifts Ungiven. Yeah, that's right. This thing sneaky makes all kinds of mana. I wasn't expecting Gifts Ungiven, but that play lets me remand it, and I stole his gifts. I remand right into gifts, that was kind of silly. But at this point, I had won the game. By the time I'm remanding when I remanded Rhino and then remand gifts, but of course we're just nerds throwing gifts at each other. What does he get? Yeah, he goes for Spite Feeder, and then one little gear started turning in the back of my head, and I really got afraid because I try to play this deck at my LGS, and it's just they make so much life, and I don't. I hate Spite Feeder. Flicker Wisp, you got a Flicker Wisp with an active Titan, you just slam that thing. Oh yeah, no, that's right. This is where I saw victory. I just picked up his Titan. He couldn't block. Getting for a bajillion and a half. Whoever you were, opponent, your deck was just absolutely amazing, and it was really enjoyable playing with you. Yeah, if you have the opportunity to be reanimating Grave Titan, you might as well be reanimating Iona. And then our kind of deck, we really gets a good backup. We're great against Affinity. Well, not great. I mean, I have gut shots for Affinity. Elish Norn's really you're just equipped for combo shenanigans and Affinity with Elish Norn. Yeah, I only run 2 Titans, and it's just I mean, you're never gonna cast it. You could. I mean, you got the triple white. Good games.